Hello.
So, we now have two people to choose from. Natsuki and Monica. Who are we going to choose?
I want to piss off Monica.
Of course you do.
Lady Punit?
I want to piss off Monica too. She's been mean.
Okay.
She's doing things to Yuri's brain noggin.
And Natsuki's brain, and she killed off Sayori.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've clicked Natsuki. Narrator, you're up.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair I share mine with hers first.
That is fair.
It is fair.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
Oh!
No.
That's a little blunt.
Shots fired.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad.
You didn't
Still
say...
shots fired.
It just didn't evoke any emotions.
Ooh.
So basically it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
Yes.
What was that? Mommy?
Yes, Mom.
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
Fuck's sakes.
I'll pass.
Uh-huh. For now.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that not that you'll like it. You don't know that.
Maybe we will.
You don't know us, Natsuki. Well, you do. It's just...
You don't remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Just make sure there's nothing
This is the first poem she read to us, though, isn't it?
Yeah, don't forget, we effectively started the story over again, but it's been changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
Get.
What? Just be honest.
I am! Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
I mean, she's not wrong. In high school, you're expected to be all angst and cringe, and...
Uh-huh.
To be fair, I haven't been in high school for ages, and I'm still angst and cringe.
Yeah, I kind of got over that, and I decided, you know what? No, I'm not angst and cringe unless I try really, really hard.
I'm angst and cringe. It's
How
what
it turns into...
Sorry, go ahead.
And then it somehow turns into thirst traps.
I mean, to be fair, I'm angst and cringe. It's kind of what I built my my public personality up around, so...
Mm.
Tom.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening.
It is.
I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. All too well.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I wouldn't take that away from her.
Who should I show my poem to next?
Yuri!
Oh, wait, what if we skip Monica?
Let's try.
Skipping.
Nothing.
It says skipping up in the corner here, and it's still going to force us to select.
I think we still have to select somebody, but then we can try skipping. So try selecting Monica, and then see what happens.
Nope.
Tom.
She's not gonna. She's refusing to let us skip her.
Fucking called it. Having a good time so far?
Trying to. Yeah.
That was a little more enthusiasm.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better...
Yeah, you can get the fuck out.
Yeah. I'm always listening. No, you're not.
Bring back our childhood friend.
So, nice mug, by the way. Looks fairly familiar.
Yeah.
So she says she's always listening.
Yep.
I'm wondering how literal that is.
I mean, it's almost... This game seems to almost be set up as if, like, Monica, the program, is an AI. As long as you have the game installed in your computer.
Monica.
Probably.
Ooh, I wonder if there's, like, any playthroughs or anything that would, become really different, like, for someone that already has this game but had it installed for a while. Like, if they did a playthrough of it after not playing for a while.
I haven't played it for a while. I've had it...
Like, how long is a while for you?
Oh, wait, I haven't had it installed, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, someone that hasn't played it for a while, but it still had been installed on the computer.
Anyways, you're up.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up as you should
be.
He knows. I think our protagonist knows something's up.
Yeah? I mean, we know all the shit's up.
I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Not really.
No.
Can we not? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
And it is kind of our hate letter to you, so...
Our skip button's gone again.
Yep. Don't worry, Tom. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know?
I bet you are, you fucking cow.
But it is that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Like the fourth wall.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Tom. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it.
I bet you
Ooh,
were.
oh, or oh.
Ooh.
See, I was going, ugh.
Yep. It's really metaphorical.
Your face is metaphorical.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
I don't know why. Obviously, you know what that's like because Yuri's not here.
Sayuri. And Yuri.
Oh,
I guess I underestimated you. Sorry, go ahead.
What were you gonna say, Lady Punit?
I just said all the girls aren't here. I just want my girls back.
Yeah, that's a mood.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low because you don't have high expectations. That way, I always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair.
Yes, it is.
Well, yeah, it is, especially for you, Monica. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
No, really.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality.
Rude!
You fucker. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though.
You do.
But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really be starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
You wanna know the worst part about this?
Hmm?
If Monica was wording this a little bit differently, she would actually come off as like a concerned friend.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Narrator.
But the way that she's wording it, it's like she's,
Deterring us from interacting with her more.
yes, the words I am looking for is being a shady bitch.
Yes. She's absolutely a shady bitch.
Oh, backhanded compliments.
Mhm.
Yes. Narrator.
Suddenly, the door opens.
Whoa.
Monica.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm so sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry. I'm not very good. You sound... Oh, wait. No,
You
that's
sound
sorry.
for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burnt eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there! It's right there! Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. See! I told you! The papers on the walls!
It's a poem that started halfway through.
And Hole in the Wall, there's 2 different versions of it now. We just read another version of Hole in the Wall.
Yep.
And I was not going crazy. The papers on the walls is more now. So, what do you think?
It's a poem. It's very freeform, if that's what you can call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
At least not to you, Monica. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Well, what was the inspiration behind this one?
Ah! Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
We don't want your writing tip of the day.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. So, real quick, I've also noticed that there's a chair in the closet.
Yep.
Was that from the first playthrough, or is this new?
I think that's new. It's also kind of concerning.
Because that's where Natsuki normally hides, in the closet.
Yep.
It's because she's short.
We have time for Yuri. Are we ready?
Yes.
Narrator.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten up.
Exceptional.
Eh? What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yes. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
Honey, no.
Yuri, you need a hug.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
I don't know. Yuri takes a deep breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. We did. We have. You helped.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It was really actually my first time. No, it's not.
Nope. Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ...
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Oh, she forgot
Mm-hmm.
that this is supposed to be our first time writing a poem. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit to the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Valuable feedback.
But just one valuable feedback.
Yes.
You don't get two.
Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Did Yuri's makeup change?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I could have sworn she had more like normal colored eyeliner, but it's red.
Maybe
Oh, the red was there at the beginning of this playthrough.
Okay.
Like not the beginning of this story, beginning of when we ended up being forcibly restarted.
Okay. Oh.
1 second.
Punit!
my iPad crashed.
Technical difficulties. 1 moment, please.
I'm back.
I see you. We hear you.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Okay. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for you, which it is. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
That's a short for her.
Yep,
Mm-hmm. Wasn't it shorter than the first iteration of Ghost Under the Light?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I'm actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? Well, that's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Yeah, the first iteration of that poem that you wrote was originally longer.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you in... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Tom.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way.
That was Tom's line.
Oh, shit, sorry.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Because I'm a dum-dum. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it.
Yay.
I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Tom.
Ah. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The pitch is different again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing skills. They are. Even if they are being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up with theirs.
Mm.
This is a literature club, after all. Thank you for reminding us. Again, we are in the literature club.
I get the feeling that they might be trying to tell us that we're in some kind of club to do with literature, but I'm not 100% sure.
I know, it's so hard to tell.
I mean, yeah.
Anyways.
I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Uh-oh, I remember this part. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions. Change. Watch their expressions change, sorry.
You're good.
Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri Smile sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
No, it's not.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that.
Giving up can be cute.
I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Oh, come on, Natsuki.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I don't have... I do have a couple suggestions.
Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it.
But that's not how constructive criticism works.
Which people did, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Monica liked it. And Tom did, too.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Tom liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Narrator.
Natsuki suddenly stands up as the music stops.
Mm-hmm.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Tom appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
Ladies, you're both pretty.
Yep.
No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tom started showing up.
I wonder if they actually made, like, her rig a bit bigger.
I don't know.
Or not. Or maybe just doing that.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
Yeah, try controlling everything when you don't have your real vice president there.
Mm. Taking out your own insecurities on others, like... Ooh.
Oh.
Like that.
Oh. Monica, stop it!
Scripting.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch.
Oh.
Ooh. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much. My lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know?
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Ooh. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri.
Ooh.
Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Oh. Did you just accuse me of cutting myself?
What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Tom hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing there.
She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
Dot. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now we have a choice to make, and I don't know what was said. We don't know what was said at all. Who are we gonna side with?
Who's going overboard?
Both.
I want to say Natsuki's going overboard because she's the one that brought up the cutting.
Yeah.
But wait, are we siding with them, or are we, like,
We don't know.
telling the other one to stop?
We don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna say this is most likely... I don't even know. Is it defend, or...
We don't know.
Roll a dice!
We have to make a choice, and we have no information to go on.
Fucking hell, dude.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Is either for or against? So we all agree that we think Natsuki went a little overboard.
Correct.
a little bit.
So that means if we're defending, we would have to defend Yuri, but most likely this might be us calling them out.
Roll a dice. Odds is Natsuki, evens is Yuri.
5.
Odds is Natsuki.
Oh, it's not.
Monica.
It's coming to. Oh my god, it's like defending Natsuki, and Monica sees that because she already saw Natsuki as a threat.
Stop. Hi.
Do we have your attention yet?
Monica?
Look at that stare.
I feel it in my soul. Like, those... Nope.
Monica. ...
I just keep hitting Natsuki.
Do we
Maybe
know?
try Yuri?
Do we know if Natsuki's on the top or the bottom?
Oh. We can't.
She's in the way.
Get out of my way, Monica.
You vapid bitch.
Hey, fuck knuckles. Why don't we step outside for a little bit?
No. As club
Okay.
president, it's your job to de-escalate the situation or get a teacher so they can de-escalate the situation.
Yeah. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling.
Okay, you know what? In fairness, this is something you're supposed to do to help de-escalate something, is to get rid of the audience.
Mm-hmm.
So that is technically what she's supposed to do, even though we know she's not doing it for the right reason.
Exactly. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. Yeah, because you don't have Sayori with you. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. You shouldn't have gotten rid of Sayori. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others.
Sayori was your balancing factor, you... Grah!
You dumb bitch! You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
No.
Nope.
Not how it works, Monica.
Nope. This is a solid friend group that needs to be worked on and cared for and nurtured.
Yep.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom.
She's in tears.
She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done.
Don't smile!
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri!
I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Please don't hate me.
Not the one you should be worried about.
Please. I'm not like this.
And now we know she knows.
Mm-hmm. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Mm-mm. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Mm-hmm.
Do you want us to walk you home? Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monica.
She knows! You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done.
She's not wrong. You know, like the captain's the last one to leave the ship.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
She wants to warn us.
Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
Fucking gaslighting bitch.
It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Tom. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate... Oh my god!
Motherfucker.
You vapid bitch!
She
So,
skipped over it!
we have 15 minutes left until we have to stop for the day. Do we continue with picking out our words, or do we save here?
I think we should... I kind of really want to write a hate letter to Monica now.
Okay, so let's make this quick. Let's start with Blue Dragon Lady.
Explode. Let's just do a fucking hate letter to Monica.
Death.
I'm going for Inferno.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Judgment.
Determination.
Anger.
Entropy. Or no, despise.
Contamination.
Dark.
My god, listen for the music.
Yeah. Ooh. Disarray.
Sensation. No, wait, disorientate. Oh, darn.
Sorry.
Okay.
Incongruent.
Secretive.
Horror.
Massacre.
Unrestrained.
tragedy.
Frightening.
Page.
Misfortune. Now we save. Maybe use a different save file.
Yeah, use a different save file. Oh.
So here's the cover of our game now. This is the main menu of our game.
Yep.
And if you look, Yuri's actually turned away and she's now got a book in her hand.
Yep.
Sayori's no longer there.
Mm-mm.
Monica has a pen in her hand and a crazed look on her eye, and she's holding her hand out to us.
Mm-hmm.
Natsuki is looking extremely pissed off, extremely disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, but I think Monica's had the pen for a while, but let me just...
I didn't notice.
I noticed she had the pen last time because I saw it in like the Disordered
Mm-hmm.
thing, but let me just bring up...
So how are we feeling?
I think Monica skipped over the fact that Yuri was either going to like develop a further thing with us or tell us what was going on.
Yeah, we know for a fact, we have guessed at this point, and we're pretty sure we know that Yuri knows what's going on. But Yuri literally cannot tell us with Monica there, in Monica's presence. Even if Monica's nearby, she can't tell us. Either her programming forbids or she knows what'll happen to her if she does.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuri
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so I was just looking, and in the picture, she's always holding the red book.
Is she?
But yeah, she's holding. It's like in her game sprite from the beginning. However, something that I'm noticing.
Yep.
All of the girls are wearing like the white socks with the blue toed shoes, and you can't see it here. But in her official game art, Monica is wearing black thigh-high socks and pink-toed shoes.
There is
There's a hint of it.
There's a hint of black down here.
And if you look in the disoriented one, you can see it right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, even though all the girls look different, they all have like the same uniform and stuff, except for Monica, pointing out even further that there's something wrong and going on with her code.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm pretty sure Monica skipped over that whole end of scene because she knew what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Like, she knew one of two things was going to happen, is that our relationship with Yuri was going to further develop, or Yuri was going to tell us what's really happening.
Yep.
Because I think that Monica may also have guessed that Yuri knows what's going on.
Yep.
Or at the very least...
Sorry, or at the very least what?
At the very least remembers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I think she left Yuri alone on purpose when there was the reset, because at the time she didn't see Yuri as a threat, but now she might be regretting that decision.
Thing about Yuri is withdrawn, and she is... she's an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about introverts is introverts have time to sit and watch things, and they generally understand things more than people give them credit for.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are we feeling? Let's do a bit of an emotional check-in, because this game does get quite dark.
I want to smack Monica.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm okay. I mean, I'm not liking how... Because I'm reading up on the game really quickly, and my theory was right. So Monica herself cannot kill or delete a character. She can only edit things.
So she, through editing, makes them do things as she wants.
Yeah.
She'll
Exactly.
edit them to the point where they do what she wants anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I am reading, even then, she's only able to edit things that are already there. So, for example, Sayori's always struggled with mental health. She edited it so that way her mental health took a deep, deep nosedive,
So
which he wasn't the one that caused it.
Natsuki would be anger.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuri would be not depression.
Escapism.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not depression
And
because Sayori was depression.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already written in the code that Yuri has a unique collection. That's revealed a little bit later. And she just makes that, and Monica just makes it a little bit more obsessive.
Yeah.
So she's basically making it so the more negative traits of their personalities is being shown through, so she looks more like the positive one.
Mm-hmm. She's editing how apparent the negative sides of them are.
Yeah. So this is why we say this game is not suitable for those who are not mentally stable. This is why they gave the mental health warning at the beginning of the game, because this game when this game starts going downhill, it goes downhill really fucking fast. It starts off really slow, and it lulls you into a false sense of security, and then it just shits all over you in multiple ways.
It's like a roller coaster. You're going up the climb in the first run, and then like if you're going through, especially if you're going through the playthrough where you're going for Sayori.
Sorry, were you going for Sayori?
There's a climb, and then the Sayori is gone, and you're going through that, and that's like the apex point, and then
Yep,
just down the road.
So we will be back at this next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how long it's going to take us to finish this novel, but I do know we're a good chunk of the way through.
Yep.
That being said, for anybody that might still be out there and watching and looking, we appreciate you joining us for today. We hope you have been enjoying the storytelling. And once again, next week, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, we will be around to continue our adventures with the Doki Doki Literature Club and the vapid bitch Monica.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to catch up with our playthroughs and you don't have any like Twitch subscriptions or anything like that, we do have a YouTube channel.
We are in the process of uploading things to YouTube. I do have to get on the editing and whatnot because I think I have an episode that's due out tomorrow. It'll be out. The next episode will be out either tomorrow or Friday, one of the 2 days. It is coming up here, so I am in the process of slicing that up. Our last episode was like 5 or 6 hours, so it is quite lengthy.
Yep. Yep. So if you wanted to check us out, is there a way to post there we go. There is the links to our socials. If you want to check us out.
Yep. If you want to see what we've got coming up for visual novels, we also have a link to our visual novels Google Docs sheet, so you can keep an eye on that and find out what we're playing now and what's coming up next, or at least what we have planned next. And if you would like to add a novel suggestion, you can do so there.
Yay.
Please keep in mind that we do not do visual novels that involve the prawns.
Yeah, we do visual novels like I don't need a Twitch violation, Twitch TOS violation. So if it is inappropriate and will violate that, and you add the suggestion, your suggestion will be ignored.
Yep.
Just right off the bat, we discuss all of this stuff off camera. So,
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, we want to say thank you very much for joining. We will see you next week, 9 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday, and we hope you guys have a great week. Don't forget, mental health is important. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a good one, you guys. Thank you for joining.
Bye-bye.